sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. It's DeRozan with the drive. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
The pass to Covington. It's Noel. It's out the key. Passes it to Okafor. Plays it in without an inch of room around him. And here are the Raptors now. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Scola with the triple moments ago. Right side Lowry. Kicks to DeRozan. He feeds it to Scola, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Toronto on defense. Covington in the corner. To the inside. Here's Okafor, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
And the Raptors did play the other East teams well, went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
That is good. Ross has got his first bucket of the night.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Pass to Okafor. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Here's Lowry. The 76ers getting the bucket. Here's DeRozan. Okafor grabs the miss. The 76ers trail. Out to the right wing. Covington inside the line. And again, it's Philadelphia.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Scola sets a screen for DeRozan. Dishes it to Ross. Wide open. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
There's a screen by Noel. Down low, off the pick, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. Now Lowry. In the loss to the Knicks the other night, definitely was not himself. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The 76ers leading. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Covington's shot is off. Raptors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from Ross.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The 76ers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Feeds it to Thompson. There's the dish to Covington. Drills the baseline jumper. Covington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
I asked him what the main reason was for their disappointing record so far. He said, it's not that easy to put a finger on, but we seem to lack that killer instinct. We don't have the confidence to finish teams off, even when we've got them on the ropes. Let's see if they can change their luck tonight, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. So it's Philadelphia now, following the miss by DeRozan. Deflects the pass, and Okafor slams it in.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Anthony Bennett's checked in for Nogueira. Johnson comes in for Luis Scola. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Shot by Bennett, no good.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
And, you know, with Anthony Bennett, his performance was a little better last season over his rookie campaign. Field goal percentage and three-point percentages were both up. But he was a #1 overall pick, a former #1 pick, and his coaches and teammates still expecting a lot more from him.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Out to the wing. Cannon dishes to Boozer. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And when it comes to Michael Bennett, many scouts felt he'd be the perfect stretch 4. Instead, Greg, he's more of a tweener who really hasn't defined his role yet.
A great point again. And you know, he's sort of a jack of all trades and master of none at this point. But do not count him out. If and when the light goes on, he still has the physical tools and skill set to be a difference maker.
Here's Boozer. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on DeRozan. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto.
You know, for Carlos Boozer, last year was a bit peculiar. I mean, after being a key player for several playoff teams throughout his career, he landed on the Lakers where the playoffs were nowhere in sight. Tough environment for a veteran to succeed in.
Here's Marshall following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Pass to Marshall. He kicks to Boozer. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And getting back to Boozer, last year he was claimed off amnesty waivers by the Lakers. Now, Los Angeles paid $3.25 million of his salary, while the Bulls paid the remaining $13.5 million of his salary.
And getting away from the contract, you know, he actually had a decent year. Shot over 50% from the field, strong rebounds per minute average. I mean, he's a professional. He went in and did his job.
Now, here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's DeRozan missing.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. The coast-to-coast dunk.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Bulls.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Here's Marshall following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Misses from short range. Now here's Joseph. He had 15 points last outing. Patterson against Grant. There's the screen. It's deflected, but they recover it. Just 2 to shoot. The shot by Joseph, no good. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The feed to Cannon. Boozer up top.
Whoa! Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
And you know, guys, with his length, I think he needs to attack the basket much more. Those dunks should be routine for him.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Toronto calls timeout.
Now, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
The 76ers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
From past the arc. Second chance shot. It's Boozer missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Joseph, the pass to DeRozan. Down low. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. For Toronto, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
As we're talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach, really known as a defensive specialist. But once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice. You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Bennett. And again, Toronto no up. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Boozer. And Marshall kicks to Boozer to the right side. Nice touch on the bank shot. And the 76ers lead by 3. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Joseph. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside DeRozan. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers ahead, up 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back. let's face it, it's never easy.